productive day. Thought the guys were focused on what they had to do. Had very little corrections to go over and look at, and they were locked in on the game plan and how the things were, picking up the details of it, the little things, and making their calls and steps and offense, defense, special teams. I thought we kicked the ball pretty well today. Got through and caught the ball. I mean, making the right calls on both sides, handling situations that we walked through. I mean, just a good mental day. I was really pleased.
Are you pleased with the way the team is prepared for this game?
Yeah, I have. I think we're starting to get bored a little bit, and I keep reminding them, because you want to play. You want to play so much, you can't do that. You just got to remember to keep preparing every day and take all this time. And what's going to be important between now and game time, how much we focus and really dot I's and cross T's and stay locked in. I think it's going to be very critical.
How does losing Pender, I know that's late notice, but how does that change what you guys are doing with the running back rotation?
Nothing. I mean, Ryan Green was in there with it with Pender at that time anyway. But it does give you one less body as far as the first rotation. But I was planning on Pender had a great camp. On last scrimmage, he ran for 140, 50 yards. I mean, he had a tremendous day. And but unfortunately, that's something we have to deal with. But I wish we had him, but we don't.
Have you thought about what you might do if you needed a fourth running back?
Yeah. Good
answer.
Throw it 100 times. No. You saw it in spring game, didn't you? No, I'm joking. We have a little plan. We have a contingency plan. Some of them guys. The other guys, Chad Abrams done a nice job back there. But he can run the ball. Bobo's been back there. Kermit, all those guys can take snaps and do things back there.
Is there any sort of last speech that you say before the first game?
No, we'll have our team talk and our theme of the week and how we're doing about things, but we'll do that tomorrow. But
any hint what that theme might be?
No.
When you first got here, you weren't a big fan of Monday Night Games. Does this show where the program is that you feel more comfortable doing?
Well, I think it is. I still think they're tough. I really do, just because they're a conference game. But it's a national showcase game, and we need to play in those. And that's the way to get your brand out there. And I think we're making huge strides in where we're going as a program, and I think it's a great opportunity. But as far as those things, and those games are good, but they do bother you that it's a conference game. Not that you're scared of the conference game, it's just that's different. Not most that don't happen, but it's still a great opportunity.
Big difference when you got a bye week though, instead of having to go straight through.
Then right after that, yes, it does. It makes a huge difference. But here's what we better get used to. To get back to your question is these games like this are going to be here to stay, and they're great for college football. So you better get used to playing them.
But you had all bumps and bruises during 2 days and leading up to camp. But it seems like on the whole, you're in pretty good shape.
I agree with you. Your typical things that everybody has, but for a whole week we got through camp pretty well unscathed for the most part.
Some of the players said that earlier this week they said that earlier in camp the defensive coaches were throwing at some level and they kind of scaled it back. Are you like kind of what they've done?
Well, you put your whole package in. See, during camp, you want guys, you want to at least you may come up with something during the season for 10 or 15% of something else, but most of your package you get in. And I always equate it, you hear me say this, it's like having a library. All the information's in the library, but you don't until you go pull the books out. But at least if you went over it, you kind of can when they refresh it. So then the game plans, you go back to the 3 or 4 or 5 things that you're honing on. But I like where we're planning, and I like the amount of volume that they gave the guys doing camp.
Are you any more involved this year because of the new defensive coaching staff?
Very involved. It was, but they're very involved about how we're doing things and just making sure that we're sound. And we go good on good every day. So we watch that film together every day. So the things they're doing, I'm constantly asking. And of course, every Tuesday and Wednesday, I get parts of the game plan, what we're going to do on 1st and 10, and what we're doing 3rd down red zone. So no more than normal, though. No more than I normally would.
Watching Clemson, Georgia tonight?
I'm sorry?
Clemson, Georgia tonight? You watching that?
Yeah, let's make sure I get all my work done first.
Yeah.
I forgot that is tonight. I hadn't even thought it. I'm serious. I don't even know I'm sure what day it is. You said it's Monday. I just realized it was Saturday. That sounds crazy, but that's the truth.
Any change at all for Jameis once he was announced? Is the guy
No.
In terms of how he handled
And I watched it. I thought it was very good. I thought that was something that I kept a close eye on. Still practiced the same intensity, acted like the same guy. So from that standpoint, I didn't see anything. But that was an observation I wanted to make.
All right.
Good.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.